So check it out. We are back at working on the concession trailer. I got ants all over the place. I got to spray for those because I got bit up the other day. That said, what I told you in the last video is that we were going to replace these lights back here with some new LED lights because these things are incandescent. They're not in really bad shape, honestly, but they just don't look that great and they're not super bright, and I definitely want to modernize it. So we are going to be installing some really cool LED lights, removing these, and they're already prepped for them too, which is going to be really nice because we got the wiring figured out on this trailer, which was a total pain in the butt. We're also going to be replacing the license plate light. I already took the old one off, and we're going to get all that rewired. All right, so these are going to be replaced with these. Check these things out. These things look great. And get out of the sun so you can see. That is really cool. I know that it says top right there and on the other side, but we're going to actually be installing these like this to cover that up because there's not really any reason why it needs to go that way. So again, this will be really cool. We're simply going to unscrew these, get these wired in. They have new nice big foam seals on the back. This should be a pretty quick install. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we have the old light removed. I've cleaned off quite a bit of the sealant going around. Wires are already prepped and ready to go. The left wire there is my ground wire, and then the black wire is my brake wire, and everything's prepped here, ready to go as well. So we're going to wire this up the same and see how it works. I don't think we should have any problem, but we'll definitely test it to see how everything's going before we get everything connected back. But yeah, both the top light and the bottom light are wired the same, so I'm simply going to work those together and feed them into my little quick splice tool right here. Then the big foam gasket, which is actually significantly larger than the old one, the old opening, should seal up really nice and tight around this area. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed and see how it looks. Now this is really cool. This is an item I picked up off of Amazon, paid for it with my own money. This isn't sponsored at all. And yeah, this is designed to allow you to actually check your trailer lighting. So this is cool. It's got a 7-way connector here, and it comes with an adapter for a 4-way connector as well as a 5-pin connector. And I can go through and I can check all my lights on here, and just very, very cool product. It comes with a trickle charger as well in case you want to charge the battery up. It does not come with the battery. I simply bought a $50 motorcycle battery, the one they recommended. And yeah, this thing works absolutely fantastic. We're going to connect the 7-way from the trailer that we installed in the last video into this, and we're going to check to see if the backlights work. Okay, so I want you guys to see what I've done here. I have the 7-way connected. I'm going to check tail lights first. Then if I come around here to the back, it should be on dim. Yep, just like the other one. If I come back up here and I put it on, I guess, right turn signal, or we'll put it on brake lights next. If I come up here, you'll see it's a lot brighter. And then next we're going to put it on turn signal, which is going to be my right turn signal. You can actually hear the box clicking because it's got a turn signal relay in it. Check that out. That is a cool item. I'll put a link in the description of this video if this is something you may be interested in. Now, one thing to point out is that most of the wiring in this trailer has been redone. Somebody went through and they changed a lot of the wiring, so the colors don't necessarily match. So I got black from the light going into white, and then I have red from the light going into black, and then I have white, which is ground, going into this wire right here, which is supposedly ground, or it is ground. But yeah, so it's not wired exactly the same. It's actually completely different than it should be wired. But we got it all figured out, and we just made sure that everything turned on appropriately with the right signal coming from that really cool box that I got. Let's get this light installed and put in place. Okay, so we have both of them installed. We went ahead and put this on brake lights so they're at their brightest. See what it looks like. Check that out. That looks fantastic. LED turn signals, brake lights, parking lights, reflectors in the center. They cover up the holes that the old lights were in really, really well. That looks absolutely amazing. I don't think it could have turned out any better than that. Very, very cool. That is a big, big upgrade. Whenever we get this thing wrapped or painted or whatever we decide to do to it, that's really going to make the whole thing stand out. I'm going to turn on the parking lights or the clearance lights as well. Okay, so now we have all the lights on. Check it out. All LED lighting. That is a pretty dang significant upgrade. I don't think it could have turned out any better. What do you guys think? Next project, it's going to be a little bit less complicated, but possibly more involved, and that's going to be to put the new license plate light up here and wire it in down there to the wires that are exposed. So let's tackle that next. Okay, so we are good. Check it out. We have a license plate light. Now, we relocated this directly underneath the taillight for a really good reason. The original light, and I don't even think it was the trailer's original light, I think it was one that somebody just installed on here, was right there, and it shined this way. The license plate was just screwed into the body of the trailer itself, and the wire went underneath here and was spliced in using a T-tap into the wire that goes up the back into the original tail light. And I figured, why do that? So instead of going that route, I simply relocated the new LED license plate bracket right here. The wire goes straight up into the cavity behind this light area and goes directly into the same connector feeding the parking lights. So now we have parking lights that feed directly to the new LED license plate light. Looks really, really good, and it's going to elevate the license plate a little higher off of the ground. Just a little bit more protected as well, but I think that this is going to work out really, really well, and it looks so much cleaner. It is just a significantly big upgrade. The upgrades we've done here are all pretty significant, changing out every light from the old, worn out, some of them broken incandescent lights to all new LED lights. So these are from Optronics. Again, my channel sponsor, etrailer.com, has been helping sponsor this build, and they've been doing a great job just providing us with really, really good quality upgraded parts. These new taillights look absolutely fantastic, and because they are larger than the original, these are all new screws going into all new screw holes. So everything is working out really well there. Have the new license plate light down here as well. This is absolutely fantastic, and it is all wired in correctly, so this trailer should technically be able to pass inspection now, which is going to be pretty important. We figured out all the electrical issues, and we have this thing almost to the point to where we're probably ready to start working on it more cosmetically, right? The finish itself, logos, graphics, and stuff like that. All right, so we got a couple updates. We have the tail lights on now, which look absolutely fantastic. All of the lights replaced tires, all that stuff we've talked about. But I added this up front. So this is really cool. This is essentially the junction box with a new 7-way plug. So if you saw the video we shot last time on the electrical, the plug was in really, really bad shape. It really wasn't even the right cable. Somebody had ran an entirely different cable. It was a 4-way connector, and we connected that to an aftermarket plug that I got from eTrailer. But eTrailer said, you know what, let's clean this up, let's make it look better. They sent me this really cool junction box, which will allow me to tie into the brake system that was installed on this trailer if I want to. I know there's going to be a lot of folks who probably comment and say, you know what, if you have brakes on there, why not use them? And that's what we determined this cable right here is. It's the electric brakes on the trailer, which again aren't needed. This trailer really doesn't need them unless I guess you start experiencing sway, something like that. If it's balanced improperly, then that gives you the ability to apply trailer brakes to straighten things back out. So we might hook them up just for that added safety factor. Now, everything here is looking really, really good. Brand new cable, much longer in terms of the ability for it to reach the truck, which is really nice. That was a bit of an issue with the cable that was on here. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to swap that out. But leave a comment below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. This trailer has a gross vehicle weight rating of 4,000 pounds, 1,200 pounds empty. Do you think that we should hook up the trailer brakes? Is it something we should do since we already have them? It's not too difficult to test them. I just need to apply 12 volts to that cable and see if they actuate. But yeah, we're coming along with this thing. You know, we're also considering repainting. Different color. What do you guys think? We might wrap it, but we may just end up trying to repaint it just to see if that works out. Do you like the red? Do you want red, black? Do you want white and white? Do you want, you know, black and red? What colors do you think would complement a food trailer or a concession trailer best in your opinion? Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel. I will put links to everything that we're putting on here from eTrailer. If you have a trailer project, you're trying to restore a trailer, fix a trailer, replace parts on a trailer, the folks over at eTrailer have everything you will need to do that. They are absolutely probably the best source for even hard to find rare things that you're like, where do I go to find that weird component? They probably have it, and they probably have a lot of them. So definitely go check them out. They are the ones supplying virtually everything for this trailer build, except for a few little cosmetic things that don't really apply to specifically trailers, and we'll show you those in a later video. But again, please leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. Again, links to everything in the description of this video. We'll talk to you again very soon.